For my service learning project, I decided to do research on psychological illnesses and disorders in college students. I always felt that it was important because I suffered with it myself and I know how it affected me academically and emotionally. 1 in 4 students in college have a diagnosable illness, which is a lot in itself. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the country, and 10% of college students have thought about attempting it. And over 1,000 suicidal deaths are done on college campuses a year, which all comes from having untreated psychological illnesses. I had a few contact people who are students and wanted to remain anonymous because of the sensitivity of the subject. However, they agreed to take my short survey. The questions are on my survey were: what psychological illness do you suffer from? When did you find out that you suffered from this illness? How did you feel after being diagnosed? How has it impacted you academically in college? Who or what inspired you to seek help? What ways did you cope with this illness? And how has being diagnosed changed your outlook on life? 2 people suffered from depression and 1 suffered from anxiety. All of the persons I surveyed found out while in college about their illness. Altogether, they felt that after being diagnosed, it gave them clarity and reason to the struggle that they suffer from. The illness kept each student from being able to study properly. They also had trouble being social with other peers and teachers. They noticed a dramatic drop in grades and motivation. Their thinking slowed and they slept more during class time, and just being focused in general was very difficult for them. Family was who inspired 2 of them to look for help and how to deal with the illness while in school, and 1 had a mentor who encouraged the student to seek help. A couple of ways that they cope with having the illness was going to church, talking to a therapist, writing poetry, or just writing in general, listening to music, and just reading about psychological illnesses and becoming more educated about the issue. Some admitted to even having suicide thoughts and even attempting. But being diagnosed has given them a sense of hope and that they can receive help and be successful just as much as a person without having a psychological illness. It even encouraged 1 of the students to educate their family about it and how to deal with someone who actually has the illness. This topic related to a few different disciplines. 1 being the most obvious, which is psychology, because it dealt with psychological illnesses. Also education, because I wanted to know how it affected college students and how it affected them academically. Sociology was also a part of it because it shows how it can affect the interaction of humans with each other. In this project, I learned that these illnesses are heavy within the college community and that in most cases, students go without getting treated and unfortunately taking their own lives. It's really a sad reality, so in this project, it made me want to raise more awareness and speak out to others about my experiences and how I chose to deal with my own depression, which is my own psychological illness.